Alright guys, I'm going to be reacting to this video by a YouTuber named Selfmaxer, who's reacting to another video by Gotis. These are Scandinavian YouTubers, I believe, that talk about black pilling and looks maxing because they believe that your looks matter more than actual life, even though you should focus on the most high before life. But we're going to react to it based off the title of the video.
I just knew that I had to make a live reaction to this video as soon as I saw the title and uploader, right? Because like I'm basically the most outspoken guy in the whole space about long hair being superior on men. So I think me and Godis are gonna agree predominantly on this. As a matter of fact, I've been watching this guy for a while, even before he got like blackpilled. I actually discovered him through that video that was called A Woman's Purpose. Like that kind of went a little bit viral and a bunch of people criticized him for that. And I saw that video and yeah, it was a little bit schizo, but it was very interesting to see how like he taught differently. You could tell that like he was his own person, and even if I don't agree with all of his ideas, that kind of personality, this kind of person that is willing to go against the mainstream thinking paradigm, to go against both sides. Like Godis essentially is hated by basically every side you can think of because he's always got some take that sounds crazy no matter who you are. And I think that's admirable, right? I've always been drawn to independent thinkers in general, whether I agree with them or not. But yeah, let's see what this is about. I'm pretty sure he will like predominantly agree with me here, since, you know, he's got long hair himself, and he has said in the past that he believes that every single man looks better with long hair, and
He's absolutely right. I believe long or thick hair is part of essential health. According to the Bible, uh, anything that deals with baldness on the head or even on the face because of beards is a sign of illness. You know, so why wouldn't long, healthy hair, thick hair not be, you know, desired? It's a human trait. So let's get back.
I do agree with that. Even if you look at guys with a warrior skull like Brad Pitt, for example, Brad Pitt looks way better with long hair. Peter Steele, obviously, Peter also, Henry Cavill, all these guys, even if they have like really dimorphic skulls, the long hair, if anything, just complements it.
Hi guys, today we are gonna be looking at men with short and long hair to determine what looks better. My mind is already made up about this topic, but you can let me know what you think about it.
Hey everyone, this is MC Barber
God, the
here.
damage.
We have a nice makeover here for
Good
you.
genetics though.
This kid has really nice hair.
Yes,
He does.
he is young. It's inherited, that's clear. It's thick.
But he decided to remove it and to go to something easier for him because he plays sports. And
That's retarded. There's plenty of UFC fighters with long hair, which is probably the sport that would make it the most annoying. All they do is braid their hair before the fight and it's completely fine, right? Like that's a stupid excuse.
the hair is on his way. So he wants
I really doubt that he actually decided to remove it.
Yeah.
Maybe his parents?
Yeah, a lot of kids actually yeah, a lot of kids, they get haircuts just because their parents force them to, because they have this preconceived notion that, oh, but like if my son has long hair, he's gonna get bullied, or that's not socially acceptable, he's gonna be...
Yes. And that's pretty much in every community, especially the black community. People think that, you know, or they try to focus down that you need to cut your hair so you can look more presentable and more professional. But that's very toxic. And it actually does not make you look more professional. What makes you look more professional is being able to do your job and don't look dirty, which is don't take baths and stuff like that. Not having long hair.
Be seen as feminine or as like a girl.
Exactly. See, being seen as feminine, that's all Christianity taught. Christians believe, I think it's told in the book of Corinthians, they believe that hair is a woman's glory, and a man supposed to have their hair look more masculine, right? But that's actually the opposite. Your hair actually makes you more of a man. So,
Which honestly is kind of stupid because, like, if you actually have long hair and nice long hair at that, and you've actually interacted with girls, you would know that they love it. You would know that it sparks very interesting conversations. They always ask you, "Oh, what do you do for your hair?" Like, they're intrigued and they find it more attractive because it's a sign of vitality. It's an indicator of health, right? And it also gives you a unique individuality. You don't look like all the fucking NPCs out there with short hair. Right, so that uniqueness factor plus the biological trigger that just simply signals that this is a healthy man with good genetics. All these different things actually make it appealing to women, but a lot of people just are brainwashed into believing otherwise. Yeah.
Are there, or even if it was him that said that, it's
No.
possible that he was pressured into doing that?
It's not him, because all of these ideas that are in his head have been put in by other people, right? There's no reason. Like, if this guy came across my videos, for example, all of a sudden he wouldn't make that decision because he would know better, right? At the end of the day, that even if he made the decision, that wasn't really his decision because he doesn't know the truth.
By his coach? Or he was just brainwashed to do it?
Yeah.
You will see why in a second. It's for sure
right.
not something that he consciously
That's sad because he
decided
rocks it really well
naturally,
too.
so to
It's a bit
speak.
damaged
You don't
though.
wanna cut the
But
same
still.
way you wanna
What the
cut
fuck is
inside,
that?
you
Oh.
don't create short hairs that will stick out in the hairline, so you cut
God, it
from
makes me
inside.
depressed.
And
You see it? Right there?
An angel lost its wings today. For the
It's
god.
a tear. Did he decide it? No.
Yeah.
As I said, even if he was somehow manipulated,
As a matter of fact, children, the predominantly majority of children, when they're like in the really younger ages, cry when they get their hair.
Exactly. So if you notice, not just in the white communities, but in the black communities, you go to the hair barber shop, you always see the kid crying, don't cut my hair, right? Because it's scary. Like, you're literally cutting off your gift, your manhood. Because part of being a man is the hair, right? So, I 100% understand that.
Haircut because instinctively they know that it's unnatural. Instinctively they know that it's a part of them, of their individuality, that is being stripped, because children are more in tune with their natural instincts than grown-up slaves, right?
into doing that, his natural body,
Yeah.
his intuition
Yeah,
is
exactly.
telling him this is wrong.
Yeah, me and Gotis
Because
agree a lot on
you
this.
look worse, but you also just feel worse if
Yeah.
you cut your hair shorter. But of course, we have this pressure from society today to fit in and to look like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has nothing to do with the way you naturally look like.
But that's funny because a lot of people will tell me to cut my hair, will tell me that, oh yeah, no, long hair is feminine, whatever. But when I go out in society, it's only positive reception that I get from girls and from guys who aren't like, the envious type that will act weird around you because you're.
Well, actually, I get a lot of everything, but I feel like you should focus on the positive comments, and then to not worry about the negative. I would think of think of the worst. Like, there's people that are literally bald, they can't grow hair anymore. So that's how I think of it. I think of, okay, this person doesn't like my hairstyle, but at least I'm not bald, right? So that's how I think of it.
Because you're mugging them, right? I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about if you're like at least slightly above average, you know? And, but no, the reception by that same society is overwhelmingly positive because society rewards people who stand out. Society rewards people who don't give a shit about what society thinks, ironically.
Humans are the ones that cut it. It's a human idea to cut it. Nature tells you that you're gonna feel the best and look the best with long hair. That's
Yeah.
why naturally it grows.
Like, well, what kind of lion?
Oh, sorry.
Hair. Nature tells you that you're gonna feel the best and look the best with long hair. That's
Yeah.
why naturally it grows.
Like, well,
Definitely. Now, if we're talking about through a Negro perspective, remember our hair is pretty much different. Our hair, it grows as like a bush, and basically it's supposed to help protect your scalp from the sun, right, and lice and stuff like that. And the most powerful thing about our hair is that when we grow it, it shrinks. So you could grow over 20. That's see my goal. I've been growing my hair for 2. What is it? 2.5, 2 years and 5 months. And I'm planning to grow for 5, and then 10, and then hopefully 15 until genetics or whatever come in for that long. And I'm probably gonna stick to the afro instead of like freeform and stuff like that. But what I've noticed is that we can actually grow a hair for a while because it shrinks. It will never be hanging in our way unless you manipulate it like in locks. That's why I feel like the creator made our hair afro so we can grow it as long as we want forever. Other races, they grow theirs and it goes down on their back and it hits the ground and might get in the way and get stuck in places. But us, unless we lock it up, we can grow it much as free as we want. But I also agree that they should grow their hair long too. Let's get to the point.
well, what kind of lion bothers to cut his mane, right? That would just look retarded.
I've always thought that too. Why in the world the animals like the lions they don't have to cut their hair, but you have to go cut your hair? That definitely sounds slavish.
You know what I mean? Like, what is a lion without his mane, right? The whole idea of cutting hair to me is the same as cutting a lion's mane, right? It just doesn't make any sense. After, before.
And
What the fuck
Yeah.
is that? It looks like a
As if
lesbian.
he's about to join the military, basically.
Not even.
In comparison,
His face is a little too feminine for that. So, ironically, because obviously he's young and stuff, that's fine. But because of the way his facial features are, he just looks like a lesbian now, right? Whereas the long hair actually, ironically, made him look more masculine. You know, like if you're not.
As far as a child or a teenager, I mean, yeah, like you would look more. He would, for a male, he would look more masculine because, like it's showing his confidence and his freeness of lack of control. Usually women are more controlled than men, so they might be controlled of their hair. So I would see it in that way. But as far as a man, if you want to look more masculine, I would grow facial hair and a beard. That's why the creator gave Adam a beard and Jacob a beard, So I would assume to look more masculine would be to have a beard. And of course your hair too, because it's part of freedom. But let's go on.
Not completely brainwashed, you're able to see that.
the long hair
This just looks gay, bro.
Just horrible.
I'm sorry.
just looks like slavery right away. Which it
Yeah.
is. That's what conforming is. The
Yeah.
reason men cut their hair
Spot
short
on.
is because of weakness, insecurity, because you're afraid what people are gonna say about you. Oh no,
True.
oh your
Yeah.
hair is getting a bit too long. Gotta cut it down quickly.
Exactly.
That's it. That's the only reason. You're weak. That's why you do it.
Correct.
You're not a man.
To be fair, he's young, and like, it's very hard to individuate at that age. Some people can, it's possible.
So yeah, first of all, I'm glad they brought that up. Let's go ahead and bring up Genesis. Let's do this right quick. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth on upon the earth. So if you didn't know, we learned from Lex Will, man is referring to a species. Man refers to the Negro, the Afro-haired man. So it's a species. So when people say, "Oh, you look more like a man because your hair low," no, that's not what that means. You actually look more like a man with your hair or Afro. Now, if you're not black, you would have straight hair, right? You still would look like a man with your long straight hair. So that's so when people say that, oh, you look like a man, that's Christianity talk. It's all Christianity talk. In the Old Testament, God supported long hair, or the Most High, higher, right? Let's get back to the video.
But it's gonna take some more time before, if he is of a contrarian nature, will he be able to break away from these constructs. But for now, I mean, can't really blame the kid. He's like 15 or some shit.
Because you're living by other people's standards, not your own.
That's true.
And your own natural body says, let it grow. Other men around you say, cut it as short as this, or do a buzz cut, whatever the case.
That's the worst.
Yeah, you only do it because of other people. You only go to the gym because of other people and so on. Your whole life is based on what other people want from you.
Yeah, that's one of my takes that I disagree with on him, because it's like, at the end of the day, there's things that you do for other people, but there's also things that you do for yourself by a virtue of how people perceive you. Because at the end of the day, how other people perceive you will impact your life and will have an incidence on whether you achieve certain goals or not, right? So the whole idea of training, which I completely disagree with him on, by the way, like I do think training is good, but the whole idea of training, even for the physical aspect, is that it actually makes everybody, respect you more and think that, and overall improves the nature of your social interactions, right? Whereas this is conforming, but in the wrong way, because you're not standing out. Again, when you train, when you have like a killer physique, you stand out in a positive way, which actually improves your life. Whereas doing this, being like all of the other NPCs, just conforming, just being at the baseline like everybody else, that's negatively impacting your life, right? So at the end of the day, for me, it's more about, is something useful? Is something gonna improve my life? Is something gonna benefit me? Then I'll do it. If not, then I won't do it. That's kind of the point here.
It's not being a man. Saying that cutting your hair short is manly is just the biggest joke on earth. It's the opposite.
That's
of
true.
That. And I mentioned that because a lot of men really do believe that.
Oh, you have nice, short.
A lot of copers.
Easy to maintain. Yeah, that may be true. It's easy to maintain. Not that it's hard.
That's false. I mean, sure, long hair is will take.
Yeah, so shorter hair, it is so-called easy to maintain, but there are cons because you're cutting your hair to your hair. Now this is kind of different because he has his hair shaped up, but you're not. It's like you're messing up the point of being free, which is having control of your reality. So when you grow, so if you grow up in a world where you're going through nature and you have no really like you have no I guess not laws, but you don't have any like colony laws, but just laws of nature and the Most High, right? Like you're basically in the wilderness and you're growing up in your own land that belongs to you. You're not gonna be thinking about haircuts, cause when you're coming into the world, you know, your long hair or your hair in general is gonna be part of you surviving nature or being living with nature. So, you know,
Take more maintenance, but at the end of the day, you don't have to cut it. You have to go to the barber every few months, few weeks.
yeah, that's money. That is money. These dudes be cutting your hair, charge you was it $80? I heard $80 before, y'all. Drink some water, but I've heard $80, $125, $200 for a haircut. Cause they do that little spray paint thing and use those hard razor cutters and all that, and then your hair grow back in 1 week, and then they spray all that bad alcohol over your head, and then eventually it's going to hurt. Wait, no, it's gonna come back to you hurting your hair follicles, cause them to weaken and potentially thin and then bald, and we don't want that. So yeah, the barber industry is definitely a scam. And you're more likely to lose hair cutting your hair. So
Whatever the case is.
I believe at a young age, when you keep going to get your hairline cut, it messes up your hairline when you get older.
Right? Like, long hair, you cut it once, like you do your proper layering and stuff to have it grow in a nice pattern, if you want. And then just let it grow. And you wash it with eggs, and you do oiling, and you brush it. Brushing your hair is nice. It doesn't even feel like a chore. It's just a nice thing to do, especially when you run it through your scalp. But yeah, the whole idea that long hair is too much maintenance is fucking slavery code. What about women?
Definitely. 100%. Cause I mean, during every civilization that had slavery, the slave owner grew their hair or their beard down. It's just sometimes the slave owner didn't grow their hair down, is because they became bald. Probably because they kept wearing hats all day. 'Cause I believe hats cause balding too, or any type of head covering, but somewhat. But the slaves had to cut their hair all the time, because it's a sign of freedom when you grow your hair long. So
Women. Well, women have to do it because it makes them more attractive. So why aren't men willing to spend a little bit of time on something that makes them significantly more attractive? I don't know, maintenance, whatever. It's like, bro, it's part of your identity. Your hair is like 50% of your appearance, right? Like,
He just looks sad. He just looks traumatized, man.
yeah,
Zero.
of course. Oh no. Is that Vita Balso? No, it's not. He kind of looks like a man. Good hairline, yeah.
Yeah, looks super good. Super.
Yeah, like, even if he doesn't have
Right.
the best face card, like, you could say that guy is like a normie, mid-tier normie, maybe low-tier normie if you want to be like super autistic.
I don't have the best facial features, but like if I didn't have this hair, I would get roasted more. Like the hair that I have saves me a lot. So yeah, definitely your hair, helps you a lot. I agree with that too.
Autistic and and underrate people because you think it makes you more sophisticated. A lot of black pillars are like that. But no, this guy's like fairly average looking, maybe slightly above average looking if you look at some of his features, but it's the hair that gives him the identity. It's the hair that actually makes him look.
And they were the slaves defending the king.
The slaves were taught to cut their hair. Prisoners are taught to cut their hair.
Exactly. It's just like in Black America. Slave owner, aka the black man, Native American, they grew their hair long. But the Native American, but when you wanted to grow your hair long, you couldn't because you were a slave. That's where all that good hair and haircuts come from. When you're the worker, you gotta look like the worker. When you're the boss, you look like the boss. And the boss can do everything he wants. The worker can't. So it's definitely slavery.
Military men are told to cut their hair. You have to understand that this has been common practice across history because it has been well understood that somebody's hair is hugely tied to their individuality, and by removing it, you force them subconsciously to blend in and to be like everybody else, right?
Definitely. That's. Oh yeah, 100%.
It's your hair is a huge part of what makes you an individual physically, right? That's been understood across history. That's why, you know, prison, military, slavery, whatever, it has been removed in order to make you less in tune with who you are, right? What the fuck?
Oh my god, this horrible music also.
Actually, he looks better in this. He looks better. I think it's because the hair is framing his face in this particular clip way better. Which now he looks more like a 6 to 6 in the 6 to 6.5 range. You know, on my scale. Yeah, the long hair.
Music.
True.
Oh my god. Did you
Look at the micro expression that he had.
see how he closed his
Yeah.
eyes? Like
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
a
Yeah.
body part is being cut down.
Yeah.
But he looks good with long hair.
Yeah, that's funny, bro. You said body part. Oh my gosh. I actually see it as, I mean, I know skin is an organ. Let me type to see if hair is organ. Hair is hair. It's called I forgot what it's called, some type of necessary organ. Is hair organ? Okay. Okay, hair is not a considered organ. Okay. But I understand what he's referring to, because skin is an organ.
Obviously. I don't know one example of somebody looking bad
Yeah.
with long hair.
Yeah, true.
And of course,
If they don't maintain it properly, they can look bad with long hair. Well maintained, good looking long hair will always destroy any kind of short hairstyle on basically any face shape 100% of the time. Like, it's not even close.
the guy cutting the hair has short hair with the sides shaved like a military slave. Ah, fuck off.
Oh, I can't stand the side shaving thing. It literally screams NPC to me. What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, man. Come on. What are
Ugh.
you doing?
Bro, and now he looks like a gremlin. And another guy looks like a 4.5. He lost like 1.5 to 2 points in the attractiveness scale. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Ugh.
It's not as short as the last guy's hair.
It doesn't matter.
Look
Looks
at the
disgusting.
fake.
Actually, it's funny. The guy actually looked infinitely more masculine with the longer hair, and now he looks like a lesbian. He looks like a true fucking lesbian looking motherfucker. Like what is this shit? A lot of these guys, they'll fucking cut their long hair because they don't want to look as feminine or whatever. They've been brainwashed just to get a haircut that makes them look like a fucking truly lesbian. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Oh my god.
Smile, the kind of
Horrible. God, look
yeah,
at his face.
not a
Oh
look
my
of being
god.
pleased.
That's beautiful.
What? He even shakes his hand, man. I would just slap it. Off.
I mean, no.
Yeah, me too, bro. Cause like y'all do realize that look at professional. That is bullshit, BS, man. You don't gotta look professional to nobody. What you need to do is please the Most High or nature, right? I don't like saying that, but sip some water. But Now, I strongly recommend the Most High. It's just everybody that watches me don't believe in the Most High. So, which you should be, right? Because there's gonna be consequences if you don't, on Earth and after Earth. So, you know, but nature in general, you know, that is what. If you go in nature, you'll realize of what you need to focus on. Let's get back to the point.
You know, I would slap myself for making such a retarded decision.
I don't know this
Harry
guy, but
Styles. Yeah, Harry Styles obviously looks way better with long hair.
it's obvious on which side he looks better.
Jason Momoa. Yeah, there's countless examples. Every single actor you can think of looks better with long hair.
Obvious again.
Even if
Come
they
on,
have a good face shape, even if they're more like a 6 or a 5 or a 4, doesn't matter.
Don't know him.
Yeah.
Keanu
Reeves,
Reeves.
yeah.
Even
Like,
though
what the fuck is
I've never
this
heard of
shit?
this guy.
What the fuck is that?
It's just super clear.
Like, this is the difference of like 2 points. Easily. Easily. A lot of people are gonna think that's controversial to say because 2 points is too much of a gap and you need like bone changes and you can only do that through surgery. It's like, no. This is a difference of 2 fucking points in the attractiveness scale. That's why all the fucking retarded ass face raters are wrong, because they don't take into account the hair and how it harmonizes with the face, right? It's a huge fucking difference. Oh, he's finally gonna get to Brad
It's
Pitt.
really big.
That's one of my favorite examples.
Brad Pitt. Okay, this
Bro.
is a
Yeah.
bad one because he's older here already. But
It doesn't matter. It's
when-
not. No, he still mogs. This older version still mogs his younger version with the long hair. 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, when I
Not
seen
even
Brad
close.
Pitt
Maybe
with
find
the
a photo,
hair
1
when he was in
second.
that Gladiator movie, man, he looked way different than he look like now. He looked way like scarier and fiercer before he cut it. Looked like somebody's dad, you know. But you know,
second. Okay, this is the best one I could find. It's a low quality photo, but
And Troy looks better.
again,
yeah, that's
with
that's
I don't need to
yeah.
say anything. You
Yeah.
cannot be an actual so-called 10 out of 10 if there is such a thing, and I would say that he's an example of that, without long hair.
That's true.
Because if you don't have long
That's
hair,
true.
you can just never look actually perfect, so to speak. Again, if there is such a thing, you can maybe look like a
Like, I genuinely believe that the final form of a man's aesthetics, if we craft a perfect man from head to toe, and like you give him the perfect facial features and everything, that man is always gonna have long hair. Every single time.
9 out of 10. You can never be a 10 out of 10 with
Because
short
the
hair.
version,
It's just impossible.
the version of him with shorter hair is always gonna look worse, right?
Long hair is really what's missing for a lot of guys.
Yeah. True.
Also, obvious.
Underrated
same
looks,
guy
Max,
from
honestly.
before. Hair was
You know, a lot of the most viewed videos that are like I can think of his normal version.
looks
Yeah.
closer to average, really, with short hair. Yeah, a bit above
That's
average,
true.
but just looks like some random guy. You
That's true. Like, this is a guy. This is like some decent looking guy you could see being a salesman. You could see this guy trying to pitch you a car
slave,
or whatever.
basically.
Whereas this motherfucker, it feels like you're only gonna see him, yeah, literally in movies. Like, you would always assume this guy to be something different, right?
long hair, boom, everybody's staring at him, 100%.
Yeah.
Just levels you up into heaven. Look up Tom Cruise with long hair
Huge.
from when he was younger. Insane difference.
Yeah.
So much better looking with long hair.
A lot better. Yeah.
Also,
See what I mean? Lesbian actually looks good, right? A lot of these shorter hairstyles just make you look like a fucking lesbian if you have a face shape that's a little bit more feminine, right?
oh yeah, also David Beckham, I totally forgot. Looks again a million times better with long hair. Just look at
Yeah.
David
it's not
Beckham
even
with long hair
comparable.
when he was a footballer.
What the fuck is this? Like, ugh. And like the nose and everything. Wow, this guy got botched. Holy hell.
Long hair just changes you.
Yeah, Johnny Depp, good example too.
Oh, this
What
one
the
is
hell?
an
That's
insa-
crazy. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, bro, I'm sorry. If you think, seriously, if you're one of the copers in my comments who say that, oh, long hair is feminine, blah blah, first of all, I don't even know why you watch my videos, but second of all, if you think this guy would look any better with shorter hair, with your fucking haircut, with like a buzz cut or whatever kind of cope cut that you can think of, if you think this guy would look any better with any level of shorter hair than this, you're completely delusional. Like, look at this, like, look at this shit. Like, mythical fucking creature. What do you think a lot of these guys who play these fucking, like, these fucking characters that are like mystical fucking beings have long hair, right? Like, it's just an unmatched kind of effect.
Main difference. This was also
How
for
the
sure
fuck is that the
fake
same
hair,
guy?
right? But crazy difference.
Oh wait, they made Jeremy Meeks with hair, what the hell? Because like that's one of the biggest examples that at least have some clavicles, bro. Like what the fuck is that?
Be such a thing as feminine behavior. It would be you
Maybe
always
he's 5'4" or some shit.
caring about what people think
Maybe he's
about
just
you.
really
And I
short.
wouldn't
Exactly. There's nothing feminine, guys, about having big hair, long hair. Nothing feminine.
even say that women naturally do that, but if anything, then that would be it. You cutting your hair because you're insecure, worried about
Yeah.
what the men or women are gonna think about you, and women would find you more attractive.
Yeah, like if you see this guy's video and that's like the tipping point where you're like, oh, because this fucking insecure homosexual told me to cut my hair, then I'm going to. That means you are the weakest of the weakest. That means that you have no sense of self, no individuality. You're literally a slave. You're literally an animal. Quite frank.
That's how I see it too. 'Cause animals, they have to get trimmed. Not saying we don't need to trim our hair, but like they get trimmed on the daily because they can stink. But us, we don't. As long as we keep it clean, we don't have to worry about that. Especially if you're Afro. But
Frankly, you don't have any. You don't have a soul. Like that's as simple as I can put it.
By the way, discipline,
Nobody wants that.
absolutely.
I used to have long curly hair and now I just got a buzz cut. You should get a buzz cut too.
So basically I ruined my aesthetic appeal and that makes me so manly, that makes me like brave or whatever, so you should do the same as well. And a lot of people are gonna tell me, oh, but you tell men to have long hair. It's like, yeah, because that's been super beneficial to me and to my life, and I think you should do it too, because it's gonna be beneficial to you and to your life. Like, whereas this guy's like, oh, I'm a fucking retard. You should be a retard too. Let's be retards together. Like, what the fuck is that?
Long hair or short hair on guys? Long hair. Long hair.
Long hair.
Yeah.
I would say long
Yeah.
hair. I think
Yeah.
Obviously,
Never met a single girl that isn't like a 35-year-old divorced woman that is very jaded. These are the only ones that will tell you that, oh, I like a man. Oh, long hair is feminine, it's gross. I like a guy that looks more masculine or whatever. But even women in their 30s will still thirst over guys with beautiful long hair.
exactly.
It's just the ones that are very brainwashed and like mentally ill, and who have given up on love, have given up on raw attraction. They're just looking for a fucking NPC.
Yeah, but remember, long hair at that age makes you look more younger as a man. Because usually a lot of men start dealing with male pattern baldness. So, but yeah,
Need to take advantage of. That's what I've
Yeah,
noticed.
y'all.
Like, not fucking normie.
this is all we're gonna watch. But shout out to the YouTuber Goldtis and Self Maxer, and we're out.